Okay, so this is Lab 11, digestive, respiratory, excretory, and reproductive systems of the shark and the cat. This is the shark now. So first we have the parietal and visceral peritoneum, which are mesenteries. So the mesentery is the film, and the parietal peritoneum is what's covering the inside of the body cavity over here. And the visceral peritoneum is what is actually connecting the different viscera, the different organs. So that's like here. Next is the liver, which has different lobes. These are the lobes. And then the medial. The hepatic vein and sinus. So this is the hepatic sinus. It's a hole at the top of the liver, and the hepatic vein goes from the liver to the heart. Through that hole, right? Yeah. Okay. The gallbladder on the median lobe of the liver. So it's the liver. This is the gallbladder. You can see it here. And it should be dyed more greenish. So if it's on the exam, it'll be right here. The esophagus and the internal papillae. So the stomach and esophagus are one continuous organ, basically. This is stomach, and at some point becomes the esophagus. This is like the top of the esophagus, and if you open it up, this is on the inside. These are the internal papillae of the esophagus. The celiac artery and trunk. This is the celiac artery. And where would the celiac trunk be?
It's the same thing.
Same thing, right, okay. The stomach have rugae inside of them, which is, if you can see here, the dissected stomach. Rugae are the folds that are reddish here. Next is the gastric artery and vein, which are the veins and arteries going to the stomach. And that's the first of this split of three coming off the celiac. So this is gastric artery, and the yellow beneath it is the gastric vein. The anterior mesenteric artery is right here. It's this one. The valvular intestine, if we cut the intestines, which we've done. Then you can see the inside of the intestines, and those are known as the valvular intestines. The anterior intestinal artery. Is that this?
It's the one on the other side.
On the other side, right, that's okay. So it was just underneath this vein, because there's a red coming off this also. So the artery is just underneath this, and that's anterior intestinal artery. Posterior intestinal artery would be this. And posterior mesenteric artery, would that be this?
It's the one that goes to the digit form.
Ah, okay. Alright. So that's this. Next is the spleen.
Which is this.
Right, this triangular structure here. That's the spleen. After that, the pancreas, which is dorsal and ventral lobes. So you can see it in here. This is the ventral lobe, and this is the dorsal lobe. The pancreomesenteric artery and vein, so going back after the celiac to where this splits, the pancreomesenteric is this one. This is the vein. And the artery is there as well. The digitiform gland is this. It's two. The gonads, in this case a male with the testes right here. The kidneys are not like kidneys in mammals, so it's actually, if you can see this, that's the kidney, and it's called a opisthonephric kidney. And the archinephric duct, which is only in males, is this squiggly white going down from the kidneys to the and that's carrying sperm basically in males. And the pylorus is on the stomach, at the end of the stomach where it's hard. It's this bulb right here. The pericardial cavity is just the cavity around the heart. Spherical is here. We've seen that in other labs. And in this one, we can see it from the inside as well. It'd be right through here. The primary lamellae, if you look here, primary lamellae is just the first layer. And the secondary lamellae are all these red lines protruding out. So primary, secondary. And the gill rakers are these inside of the internal gill slits, which are these. And let's stop. That's actually